There are some weapons and items in Borderlands 3 that are insanely powerful and that I constantly use to melt the enemies, and not all of them are legendaries, by the way. So let's run down the best weapons, including grenades, that I've encountered so far, and I will share how to get them as well, although some of them are world drops. So let's get into it. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. Let's start with the first legendary we found in Borderlands 3 from a loot tank on Pandora, the Dictator. And it instantly became one of my favorite guns in the game, thanks to the fact that it shoots 3 bullets at the same time in a horizontal radius. So when you stand close to the target, you will have all the 3 bullets hit that target. And the nice part is that it only costs 1 bullet from your magazine. But there is more, because this gun namely has the bipod as a secondary fire option that makes you very slow, so you just want to stand still, but now you will shoot 7 bullets instead of 3. So doing that close to a high health target will deal a ton of damage. And yes, I'm Flak. So this in combination with my fade away ability that gives me guaranteed crits is incredible. You're always surprised how much damage this does in a short period of time. There's another gun that I will touch on a little later on in this video that is also great with this action skill combination. You, by the way, get the Dictator as a world drop. There does not seem to be a guaranteed boss that will drop this weapon, so you gotta be lucky. The item that I want to touch on right now though is a quest reward, so an item that you can always get. It's the best grenade in the game and maybe unintentional, because this Porcelaine Bomb is only a blue grenade. It has a special red text though saying slink in, beam in, sploosh in. And I think that means kill powerful bosses in a few seconds. Because when this grenade hits the ground, multiple smaller grenades will appear that do serious damage, like really serious damage. It's insane, and it's especially noticeable against some of the bosses, because the bigger the target, the higher the chance that those smaller grenades hit them as well. Look for example at this big Grave Ward boss that just drops in a few of these grenades. First, you want to make sure that you don't go down the platform that turns around, so climb back up. But after that, you can easily throw these bombs and have the health bar go to 0 before you know it. And then bam, you got a lot of loot and XP as well. I even got the engrossing ferocious ogre from this boss, an auto rifle that shoots rockets instead of bullets. It's pretty great. It's not as good as this grenade though. Whenever you use it against a boss, it will melt. And then you will really notice how crappy the fact is that some of the bosses are immune after you hit a certain point in their health bar. So especially targets that don't have that are a very easy kill. It's also great when bosses have an ammo vending machine before you can go into the arena. So you can just refill your grenades every time you quit to the main menu and hit continue again to farm that boss. It's like a cheat mode, but then in the form of a blue grenade. It only does not work when bosses are strong against radiation damage, like the Vault boss they already showed in some of the trailers starts with a radiation phase where the grenade doesn't do that much damage. It's still pretty powerful, but not as powerful as normal. But then when this boss switches to another element, you can go crazy again. It's again really insane. I can't wait to get this on the max level. Although even on level 26 it's already crazy, and I would not be surprised if this grenade was great the whole way through. It's a reward from a side mission on Eden 6 in the Floodmore Basin region in the Reliance sort of village that opens up after doing some main missions. Like when you get to Eden 6 you will not immediately be able to go to this location, and even when you are able to visit this, then the quest will not show up yet. It seems to show up when you are actually ready to leave the planet. So totally check back when you're about to leave Eden 6 for a quest called Raiders of the Lost Rock. You get it from a bounty board, as you see right here. It's very easy to complete. Just fast travel to the fast travel point in Ambermire and follow the trail by just picking up things. And this will lead you to a King Jabber type of enemy that you just have to kill. We actually had a badass Jabber there too. And then after you kill them, pick up the item and simply return back to Reliance to complete the quest, and then you get the grenades. I will talk about another grenade that I love to use in a second, but let's first touch on one of the best shotguns in my experience, the Butcher. That is actually a reference to the Diablo boss called the Butcher, and we see that thanks to the red description text there as well. It's an Hyperion shotgun, so it has increased accuracy and range, and also the shield when aiming down sights. But the fire rate of this gun is the real killer perk. It's namely shooting way faster than any other Hyperion shotgun that I've seen, and I was lucky enough to get it with the cryo element, making it even more deadly, because you almost instantly freeze the target after the rapid shots that you do. Do it in combination with the fade away ability from Flak, and the enemies will just go down before you know it. It's really powerful. This weapon is a loot drop from many bosses in the game, or chest. You really have to be lucky though, and there's quite a lot of debate online as to what boss is linked to this gun, but nobody seems to have figured it out yet. Some people think that you can get this gun from the Dinkelbot. This is, by the way, a Destiny reference. You can find this boss on the Skywell map over here in that region, and it's under the Promethea planet after you've completed one of the early main story missions that take you to the Skywell region. So when you reach the location, you will encounter this boss that will drop a legendary Ludogram that you can take to Crazy Earl to get a ton of grey loot. A reference again to Destiny, when legendary engrams that were hard to obtain could actually give loot that was not legendary. It was really bad, so this is a great reference to that. You can actually also get legendaries from this Ludogram, and people got the Butcher from this. When farming though, it's smart to claim your Ludograms on Sanctuary free while there are other players watching, because the loot from Crazy Earl is different per player, so that's totally a way to get some loot from this. The Dinkelbolt doesn't always spawn, by the way, so keep that in mind when going to this location, that you might not see him, so then you have to quit to the main menu, continue of course, so you start at the nearby checkpoint. Let's talk about another grenade that I got from a golden chest. We will open another one at the end of this video, by the way, as Dennis and I always like to do one at the end of the video. And in my previous video on the XP tactics, you saw me get this insane grenade that creates these fireballs when it hits the floor. But the best part is that this grenade bounces, and when it hits the floor for the second time, you have these balls appear again. So it's a very nice way to kill enemies with shields, for example, so you can easily get behind them, or just kill enemies that are really close to each other. I really like this grenade. Not sure if there's a guaranteed enemy that drops this. Again, I got it from a golden chest. I saw someone who got it from one of the slot machines, but it seems to be a pretty rare one for sure. Of course, if you found a good way to farm this grenade, then totally let me know in the comments down below. One of my favorite style of weapons are the Children of the Vault pistols. I totally choose these powerhouses over some of the legendaries that I found, especially if you have a fully upgraded pistol magazine from Marcus. Then you got 1000 bullets that you can shoot after each other without having to reload. You usually have to shoot 64 bullets before the gun overheats, or a little more depending on the variant. So that is totally enough to melt the enemies, and sometimes wait before you shoot again so you can dodge the overheat animation. Having this gun with the incendiary damage makes the health bars from the humanoid enemies go away insanely fast. I also got one with the cryo damage and an insane fire rate, so the enemies became frozen before you know it, so you can then finish them off with the enhanced melee attack that you find very often on this weapon. There is a legendary variant that is actually pretty strong, and I showcased this one in one of my previous videos, the stabby nasty Sketzel, that also has exploding bullets as well when you shoot it, and I can't wait to get that one on the max level. You of course get it in the Ascension Bluff region, very close to the fast travel point. It's over here on the map, and it's like one of the creatures that you have to kill. It's really easy and has a chance to drop this legendary gun. In the meantime, I will use my purple variants though, that already do the job really well. I want to highlight even more of my favorite weapons and items in future videos, so totally subscribe for way more Borderlands free content, tips and tricks, guides, and way more is coming your way, and already up on the channel as well. Like for example a video with more cool items you totally want to get. You can watch that one by clicking on the screen. Like this video to support the channel, and yes, as I already said, at the end of every video we want to open a golden chest. So let's do that right now, and fingers crossed for a legendary. Yo Dennis, how do you like my hat?
Not at all. Please get out of my sight.
I don't see it. I don't see
Just
it.
to get it over with.
I can just
No, but I
horror
can.
everyone. I got this hat from a world drop. It's not something you can buy. Not that you want it, but let's open
It's
a
not
golden
something you
chest.
would want to buy.
Yeah.
Could it be
Oh!
another
Thunderball
legendary?
fist. I'm going to. Oh, I got only legend. Oh, yeah, let's do it like this. Oh, and an artifact.
What did you say it was
Powerful.
called? The Thunder Fist?
Yeah. Oh!
That is a cool weapon. I think that's
Awesome.
actually one that was in Borderlands 2 as well. So
Yeah?
it just shoots up electric orbs that explode where you shoot.
Awesome. Very, very
Lucky
cool.
you.
We got a very. I think at this point we got more legendaries than purples from these.
Yeah, I
golden
think it
chests.
was only the first two we didn't get any legendaries, and
Oh my
apart from
God.
that, we've all been getting legendaries.
Pretty good. Pretty
Cool.
good. Subscribe for way more Borderlands free coverage, tips and tricks, guides, and golden chest openings. You can see our luck at the end of every video. For now though, we will speak to you next time. Totally check out the previous video on an awesome XP farm that you can totally do right now. For now though, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.